long this been going on? You know what, Steven? I wasn't even going to stream until I found out you had a meeting, and I figured, well, Steven's got a meeting, so now's a perfect time to stream. So that son of a bitch is in here messing everything up with his wit. I just called you a son of a bitch. Hi, Steven. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Whip. And he's right. This is Rico we're talking about. He cares about everything, including shit he shouldn't. Whip knows me well. So much stuff I shouldn't care about, and I do. But it is what it is, right? That's me. That's me. John McKenzie, hello, sir. All right, all right, all right. And Eric Wyrock. Fuzzy McGee over here. What the? Linda Worth. Hi, Linda. What's going on, Linda? Linda, tell me something good. Tell me something good in your life today, Linda. Tell me something good that's happened recently to you or your loved ones. Something positive. Let's hear something positive from Miss Linda. And Lando, what's up, brother? Brother. That'd be weird, huh? That'd be weird if Lando and I were brothers. Brothers. Skipper, you trickster. Hi, Skip. You know, that's what I do, though, now. So I schedule it so that the notification goes out. Because if I just go live when I want to go live, then there's no notification, right? The notification doesn't go out at all. It'll say I'm live, but sometimes people don't even get that. So, but if I schedule it half an hour in advance, more than a half an hour, it's got to be like, if I schedule it like 32 minutes from now, it'll send out the notification that I'm live in a half an hour, and then I can just go. I can just go. So we've got some Snarf or Barf today. We're going to try this radioactive soda from Mr. Larry D. I don't know what makes it radioactive. It doesn't even, you know, have anything. Where was it? Ingredients. I looked at the ingredients. Water, sugar, citric acid, sodium benzoate, natural and artificial flavors. So I don't know what makes it radioactive. 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 And let's just grab something. That's what we got. We got these chips. Mrs. Fisty. Oh, Fishers. Not Fist. Not Fist. She's not a fister. She's Fishers. Mrs. Fishers. Since 1932, it's a pound of chips. So we're gonna pound Mrs. Fister. The potato chips. That's what we're doing. Just those two things. Just those two things. The chips look good. I do like potato chips, but I don't normally eat them without some kind of dip. Dip. Nathan, what's up, Nathan? I'm still waiting, Linda. I need something positive, Linda. She might be a fister, you don't know. That is true. First class fish, hello. Shane, what's up, Shane? Audra Meyer, all kinds of cool people coming in. We're not doing anything with this show until Linda tells us something good, though. That's it. We're stopping. This is it. We're just going to sit here until we get something good from Linda. And there's Jay and Mark. Mark, how you doing today, brother? Sandy. Now that winter is here, I'm hoping to be here more often. Winter's not here yet, Candy. Sandy. Cat Hair Crafts, what's going on? But it's good to see you, though, and I hope you can make it around more often. And Mark, you doing all right today, brother? You doing okay? You hanging in there? Is today the day when it starts? Oh, excuse me. I can't go on. I can't do anything until we get some good news from Linda, where she tells us something good or positive that happened. At least you have a decent face to look at. Come on, man. That's dude. I thought you did like landscaping. How can you do that when you're blind? That's very impressive, though, Nathan, that you can mow lawns as a blind person. That is very good. Holy shit! Look at him. He always comes in just like boom, like a wrecking ball right there. I'm gonna start calling you that. I'm your what's her name? Hannah Montana. Thank you, Alexander. I was just thinking about you too the other day. I was like, man, I haven't seen Alexander in forever. And again, we've mentioned this. I hate reaching out to you because I always feel like I'm saying, hey, there's been no money lately. You know, that's what it feels like. So I wish you would just come by one of these times and just say, hey, you know, without dropping anything. I hope you're doing well, though. And thank you. That's man, I was down to the lowest amount of members I've had since I started. So thank you for that. That's huge. And Alexander, you know how I feel about all of that. So let's see. Here we go. Linda did have something. My renters moved out, but what's good is my son is going to rent the rental house. So no strangers and my son close by. That sounds like a positive. That sounds like a positive because I bet that dealing with renters is difficult. I know dealing with landlords is difficult. The whole situation I hate. And that's awesome that it's going to be your son, though. That is very cool. So, yeah, that's a very cool thing, Linda. Thank you for sharing something positive. First treatment was yesterday. Yeah, because today is your Friday, right? It's Friday for you now. I got him. I knew it was Thursday. It's Thursday for me still. So you're in the future. Look, I'm wearing a nice cardigan. I got a nice cardigan. You can't really see it. This one I've had for a few years. Really like this one. And my 2023 Keystone Class shirt. And this might be a little much. This might be a little much. It's not very cold out. In fact, I think it hit 70 today. That's 68. And the windows are open. But it's very warm in here. It's 72 in my room, so. Okay, I know I got to scroll down past all of the people who got it. And I won't read for all the different ones that got them. But just popping in between meetings. Thank you again, man. Huh. You don't even know. You don't even know, Alex. Gets me every time. Every single time. Renee House. Oh, no, these people might not even be here because you don't have to be here to get it. J Rock, what's up? How are you today? You can see Alexander every week playing D&D. That is true. On Chris Aquazone's channel, he is on there. I miss it. It's I think it's 9:30 or maybe I can't remember what time it is, but it's on Chris Aquazone's channel. Quite a few cool people over there playing with Chris Aquazone D&D on Tuesday nights. Also on Depths Unknown, they play on Monday night. I'm no longer playing. I stepped back from it. It's just too hard to schedule stuff these days. Okay, scrolling down now. We said hi to Shane. Hi, Bipolar. What's up? Bipolar, you're Ben, right? That's Ben. I was once blind, but I see again. We said hi to Fish, First Class Fish, FCF, the FCF. Amisa, twice in 1 week. What do you know? This is 3 times. Yeah. What was that? This is 3 times. Faith and Bagora. Like the worst Irish accent ever. I'm caught. I'm stuck. I'm stuck here. What's going on? I believe this is 3 times. I think I went Monday, yesterday, and today, right? 3 times in a week. Make it a 4 tomorrow. I probably will tomorrow because talking with Ed just a little bit ago, and he was thinking about maybe doing one tomorrow. Ed's going to have a fun stream too tonight, by the way. Unfortunately, Skipper's not going to be able to join us. Nobody else. Is just going to be Ed and myself tonight. So you know, it's that's always fun too. But it's nice when Skipper's there and any of the guests that we have. But tonight's gonna be a fun one. He's still trying to figure out which one he wants to do. But he's got 3 great Halloween ideas, and you'll see it tonight. You'll see which one he picked. But all 3 of them are good ideas, and I think it's going to be a really fun stream. So join us tonight. And again, that's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Bex. Bex, drop your link for your store, please. Bex has got her store all sorted out. It's looking nice. She's, you know, gearing up for the winter season and all the, you know, when people start buying presents. I mean, some Bex art would be an amazing present for anybody for Christmas. So Bex, if you would please, or any of the other mods, drop the link there for Bex store. Skipper, also, if you would please, if you're still here, let me know, send me a message. Let me know where you're at with stuff for the new computer. Let me know how close you are, if you need, you know, where we're at. Tomatillo, hello. Tampa Tom's mowing. I just want to make sure I got everybody else. LJ Shrimp. Hi, Laura. I still feel bad about that. There we go. There we go. Move to Shopify, so a whole new storefront will be connected to my channel soon. Very cool. Very cool. Yes, you know, go take a look at Beck's storefront there. She's got all kinds of stuff for sale that are very, you know, of high interest to fish fan people. And remember, she's an award-winning artist. So she's an award-winning artist. All right. Ooh, that was good stuff. Just water. Let's see. What was I going to tell you? Wish you could be there too, Skipper. Gina. I forgot what I was going to say. Was it about Bex? Forgot what I was going to say. All right. Well, maybe it'll come back to me. It was something I was going to say. I don't know what it was. That sucks. Because I feel like it was something sort of important. And now I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. All right. Let's just jump into these. Again, this is from Whip. This is from Whip. These are local to him. Where are these out of? Mrs. Fisher's Chips, Rockford, Illinois. And you live like real close to Rockford. You don't live in Rockford though, right, Whip? But you're very, very close to Rockford. Rockford. Remember the Rockford Files? I used to love the Rockford Files. Ooh. Smell like chips. 10 minutes south. Rockford Files. I love the Rockford Files, but I was watching an episode one time, and they had, they always had car chases on the Rockford Files, right? That was a big part of the show. And they had a boat chase one time, and the boat was on the water, and it turned, and it squealed its tires. It was like, on the water. And I stopped watching after that. It was late, it was almost done. It was like towards the end of the series. Yeah, that sort of ruined it for me. The boat skidding its tires on the water. Well, they smell like chips. My mouth is watering. Looks like a chip. Looks very chippy. Looks chip-like. Smells good. Not too salty. Still all except audible explosions in space. Yeah, there's a million things like that, right? And you have to suspend disbelief, right? For a lot of stuff, like people who argue about orcs and formation and stuff like that. There's sometimes you just gotta just let it go, right? They're a thicker chip. They're not as thin as like Lay's. I think a little piece of chip just came out of my mouth, so I apologize. It's like the TikTok of the guy with the tonsil stone. Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. Give us back our hockey, eh? These are I think these would make great dipping chips. I really need a dip. See, I'm spitting chips. I really need to have, I'm a dip guy. When it comes to potato chips, I can eat tortilla chips, but not this. Kenzie's having such a conniption. I had to grab her. She was kept biting his legs and meowing. She didn't want him to leave, or did she want him to leave? It sounds like she didn't want him to leave. Well, Nathan's not going to be here to defend himself. Thanks for leaving it running, and I hope you have a good day there, Nathan. Okay. Honestly, good. Nothing super special. Oh. She's grinding the door right now. Oh. But definitely would be, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. Definitely a good dipping chip. Like I could imagine like some hell of a good dip, dipped chips. Hold, please. I will get that whip. Hold, please. Please hold. I need some hold music. What we need some good hold music. I like big. The best chip I've ever spoken. I know the typo. Best chip I've ever eaten. I'm just not a big chip guy, I guess. You know? I do like chips. I mean, but again, the dip is more important to me. So I probably don't know what a really good chip is, right? Like I like the different flavored Pringles and stuff. I am more of a tortilla chip guy. Doritos, Fritos, that kind of stuff, corn chips. Not bad by any means, but I probably wouldn't know a good chip if it bit me, right? Hi, Sal. I mean, they are definitely. I mean, I'm not stopping eating it, as you notice. All the ones you guys are saying, those Zaps, those were really good. Definitely very good. I do like the cheddar sun chips as well. I mean, that's why I think they're a good dipping chip, because they do have some flavor, but they're not flavored. You know what I mean? They're not flavored like the Zaps and those types of things. That's why it's such a good dipping chip, because it doesn't have that overwhelming flavor of the voodoo chips and stuff like that, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I love those. Those are very good. Stephen and Jenna sent those to me. Those are one of the first things I got for the Snarf or Barf. So these are definitely very good, but I feel like I need to have some kind of dip to go with them. We need to get whipped some of those voodoo chips. And the reason I dropped Skipper's PayPal in there is because Skipper's computer died on him. He can't afford.
I don't have an answer for that.
Look, I even turned that light off to see. So maybe that light, I don't know, it could be these. Anyways, he can't afford to get another computer at some point, but it's going to be a while because he had a bunch of expenditures come out and he could just use some help. So if you can throw him a few bucks, the PayPal is in there. If you can't, no big deal. But if you can help him out, he's done his share of helping out people. And he did not ask for this. He was, please do not post that. And I did it anyways. So it's not like he was asking. All right. So next up is this from Larry D. Radioactive soda. Radioactive. Radioactive. Who did that? Who did that song? Radioactive. I don't know if it's twist off or not, but it hurts my pretty little hand, so I'm using this. Let's see. This is from very difficult to see it. Hold on. Let me use oh, you know what? I'm going to try this too. I'm going to try this on some of the chips, even though that's not sort of a conventional thing. That's also from Larry D, so we'll try that as well. It's sitting right here. Let me get my old man thing here. Old man thing. Huh. Where the hell's it from? Mulberry flavor. Rocket Fizz Soda Pop and Candy Shop, LLC. Looks like they don't have an online presence. Intellectual property of and bottled by the Rocket Fizz Soda Pop and Candy Shop. But it doesn't, there's no website or anything else on it. So I can't send you to any websites to do it. But mulberry flavor. Let me mull this over. Rocket Fizz, yep. They're great. They have a store in Arkansas. Why is it Arkansas, but it's Kansas? Why is it not Arkansas or Kansas? Arkansas, Arkansas, Kansas. They need to get consistent there, and I think Arkansas is the proper. I think that's the way it should go. It shouldn't be Arkansas, or it should be called, you know, Kansas. Where do you live, Kansas? It sounds better, doesn't it? It sounds a little more hoity-toity, like it's a fancy place. No offense to our people that live in Kansas. I know we have a few, Skull and Grumpy Mike and Crystal and a few others, but yeah, let's get more consistent. Those are too close together. All right, this is good. Yeah, I like this. This is really good. Now, I'm not a big soda guy. And this is, it's not super sweet, right? It did have, like, it probably has high fructose. No. Water, sugar is the first thing. Natural and artificial flavors, but it doesn't taste super sweet. And I like sweet stuff, don't get me wrong. I love candy. I'm a big candy fan. I love candy. I try not to eat it because I will just eat it. You know what I mean? Like, you get a big bag to share. Yeah, I'm sharing it with my stomach. That's all I'm sharing it with. This is really good. I just did a commercial for them. I like this. This is good. This is good. I'm going to drink this. Okay. Let's go back up. Oh. Okay. I did see something. Where was it? It was way at the top, though. Laura, LJ said about the Lebanon bologna, and yes, please do. I love that Lebanon bologna. Whip brought me some at the clash. He brought me a whole, thing of it, and I was like, oh, that stuff was so good. I snarfed that quickly. I'll eat bologna, regular bologna, but this Lebanon bologna is nothing like that. It does not taste like bologna in any way, shape, or form. It looks like salami. It doesn't taste like salami either, though. It is its own thing, and it is so, so good. If you're a meat eater, you really should try that Lebanon bologna. Like, it's my favorite lunch meat type thing now. It's reminiscent of like a summer sausage, sort of. It's got that sort of flavor to it a little bit, but it's smoked. Yeah, you can smoke my meat any day. I was humming popcorn. DJ Guppy Fish, very good, man. Yes, very good. Good job. I'm impressed by that. I really am. You know what? I gotta dispense with this. I was trying to take it off sexily, sexily. It's not working. It's too much. It's too much. Whew. I was starting to sweat. Let go. Jesus. Okay. All right. Are they dancing in a circle in front of the potato bag? Yes, they're dancing with the potato, and it looks like a couple of kids. It almost looks like Mr. Peanut. I think the potato is a pedophile. He's a potato-phile. Ah, potato-phile. Look at him with those kids. Look at the look on his face. It's creepy as shit. Whip, what did you send me? Pedophile potatoes. Soda looks like it might be grape flavor, which is one of the worst soda flavors. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could agree with that. I'm not a big fan of grape flavored anything. I like grapes, but I never like reach for, you know, grape flavored anything. Catahoulis, what's up? What's going on? I already forgot what Imagine Dragons, Beastie Boys. I already forgot what we were talking about. Next time you send chips to Rico, he needs dip. Side note to self: does anyone local make dip? I don't need dip. I just like dip. But I mean, again, I'm so appreciative of all the stuff that you guys have sent me. I could never, you know, I could never be like, even send me dip, you son of a bitch. Grape flavored, anything a banana artificially flavored, most things is blah. The banana stuff, yeah, I will disagree on that because I do taste, I mean, I do have like, you know, banana Twinkie type stuff once in a while, and I like that. He's going to fight you on the banana, the Bex, yeah. It depends though. I mean, I've definitely had bad tasting banana artificially flavored stuff, so they're not all comparable, right? They're not all equal. Man, those sumac trees are just orange. They are so like fire out there. And the grapevines that I have grapevines growing right here on the windows. They're all the way up from the ground, and this is the second story, so that's a huge grapevine. And I just let it grow in the house. Again, we need to replace the siding, so I'm not too concerned about it doing too much damage or anything like that right now. So I'm looking through the grapevines. They're still pretty green, and I love the look of it, you know, because it sort of tints the light coming into the room. It's sort of a green light, but from that. But then you look out there, and there's that green, and then the fire of the sumac that's just so orange. It's beautiful. What was I? I jumped on me. Okay, we got that. The Skip and Whip show. Whip and Skip. Whip and Skip. I just finished putting on new rear shocks on my Suburban. I didn't know you had a family assault vehicle. Easiest suspension job ever, though I did have a factory shock fall directly on my head and lay me out flat. Jesus. God, Tamatio. Careful. I hate working on cars. Absolutely hate it. Hi, Victor. Hope you're having a good day, sir. I hate working on cars. When I was younger, you know, I had the Volkswagens. Nope, this arm. Had the Volkswagens, have a Volkswagen tattoo. West Virginia, right on. I told that story. Big fan of Volkswagens, and I always worked on them myself and did a bunch of the work. I learned how to take the engines out, and you know, I could lift an engine by myself even. They're heavy, but I could pick one up enough to move it over out of the way. I did that quite a few times. Not quite a few, but 3 or 4 times. That's not quite a few. But now I hate it. I absolutely hate working on cars. Michelle does more on the vehicles than I do. And it even like a few years ago, we had an older vehicle. I don't remember what it was, but she did the brakes. She did just the front brakes, but she did the brakes on the car. Because it's difficult for me to get down and do that kind of stuff these days. It really is. It's hard for me to do. And it's sort of emasculating, but at the same time, I try not to be sexist. And she likes doing that kind of, or she did like doing that kind of stuff. She has trouble now too. You know, you get up there and it's definitely difficult. I could just shake them and they would move up and down almost all the way. Wow. Isn't grape flavor just raisin flavor? Well, you've got a point there. You got a point there, Kalish. You do. You've got a point. I think they're a little bit different though, right? They are a little different. Did I say hi to Cat House? What's up, Cat House? How was South Carolina today, sir? There is a Rocket Fizz on Staten Island too. Is there? I've never been to Staten Island. I haven't been to the city since I was very, very young. I was very young last time I was in New York City, and I didn't go to Staten Island. I'm not a city guy. You know, I understand the benefits of living there, like the 15-minute city stuff. I understand the benefit, and I like it. I like that hopefully will be our future. That there's a little bit smarter design in our cities and stuff. Just so many people, just so many people. There's always people doing stuff. I mean, it's bad enough I have people here driving in my lawn. And it's just people are always doing things, People are always peopling. I just don't like to be anywhere near big groups of people for extended periods of time. That's why I like it here so much, especially this time of the year. There's more people now. It used to be 7 families that live down here year round. But now there's another one over there. These people, so... Yeah, there's including us, there's 10 families that live just in this area. I mean, within a half mile, there's 10 families. So it's not super rural. I mean, the houses are semi close together. But we're far away from everything. And we'll go hours and hours with no vehicles on the road. None at all. Tampa Tom says, if you're having a bad day, I recommend candy. Always makes me feel better. Yeah, I'm a food guy. Food always makes me feel better. I've already incurred his wrath on pizza. I'll live through banana flavor wrath. Isn't that definitely, it was a wrath, and I know you're joking. Pizza. Yeah, all languages have things like Arkansas and Kansas. And a lot of times they make sense, right? A lot of times they make sense because it's... the root words were taken from other languages. I'm talking specifically English, right? Like root words were taken from, this one was taken from German and that one was taken from Latin or whatever. The different languages, the root words were taken from, Greek and Latin. So even though they sound alike, we don't use the plurals the same and stuff like that. But those two, I just feel like, we need to get closer on. And I don't know who wants to change. I bet neither one of those places would be very happy about changing. I've never had cotton salami. Cotto salami? Oh, more mild, more melt in your mouth too. Like really, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Skip did bring that though. Okay, we got back down there. Ow. Okay, finally back down. Radioactive song, imagine. No, nope. Radioactive. Nope, you guys got the wrong one. Nope, it's older. It's older than that. The guitar player was in a very, very famous 70s band. Radioactive. That's what we're talking about. Thank you, Tomatillo. Yep. It's older than that, although it's not super old. It was song came out in the 80s. There, I'll narrow it down for you. I'll narrow it down for you. The lead singer also came from a band who was the only other band on the label of the guitar player's band. Does that help? Probably helps in no way whatsoever, right? Probably does not help at all. But this band started off on Atlantic, and then they got big enough and they bought out their catalog and they started their own record label, and they brought in this other band. I said that's the only one. It's the only one I know of. There could be a few others, but this other band was also on their label, another big 70s rock band. Yeah. So some of you older folks have got to know who I'm talking about. It was sort of a poppy song for both of the people. It wasn't really like their heavy stuff from the 70s. Banana popsicles. I don't do popsicles, though. And Michelle, to this day, loves to eat popsicles in front of me when she gets down to the end of the popsicle and she gets that popsicle stick. I can come up with the rest. Thanks, everyone that helped out. I really appreciate it. Well, you got to let me know more information of that. Are you there? Sumac trees like the spice. Yes. Yep. Like yeah. They're which version of sumac is it? I actually did some videos on them this summer, making sumac aid from the not beans. Yeah, whatever they're called. They have a cone shaped thing, and they're very, very not bitter, but they taste like lemonade. The sumac aid, it tastes like lemonade. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Ever do any woodwork with orange osage? Osage. It's super hardwood, super hard, but orange inside and gold blonde. Such a beauty. I've never done anything with any of that. I mean, I did work at a cabinet shop when I was a young man. And I've done finishing work, but I've never been like a really good woodworker. Dee Dee Kins. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Hope you're having a good day. There's Big Cat. Big Cat got some snow already. He posted it on the Discord. He posted a picture with some snow. Looked good. I'm ready for some snow. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for that first snow. I'm fine with snow until about February, right? We don't always even get snow in November. Most of the time we'll get a little bit. Most of the time it doesn't stick, though. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we'll get 4 foot in November. But, December we get some snow. January we get quite a bit. February is the heavy month. And I hate February. Absolutely hate it. It's dark. It's just dreary. The days, I just hate February. Bad stuff always happens in February. Absolutely hate it. And what did Kyle call you? Geek boy. My wife can do brakes and can do alignment as well. I used to run a shop and she insisted on learning everything we knew. Nice. That's good. Yeah. That's a good way to do it. Michelle liked doing all that kind of stuff. I don't know about alignment. I don't even know how to do an alignment. I didn't run it. I never liked working on cars like that. The Volkswagens were fun because they were a hobby car, right? It wasn't something I depended on, although I did at the time, but I was young. I worked at like pizza places and stuff. I didn't, and I had a few Volkswagens, so they were more of a hobby than something I, depended on to get me back and forth. Almost done. Yep, good stuff. Last thing to do was replace the actuator switch for a heater. Girl did it herself completely. My hands are too big. She nailed it. Really? You would think your hands are smaller since, half of it's missing. Since I don't know why people don't call you the shocker, And now we're down to Big Cat. Intimidatingly intelligent. Nice. People are always peopling, and that resonates. Yeah. Again, I like the idea of city living, and how much better it is for the environment, because you're not using the resources. You can walk places. That would be amazing. I have no place there's not a retail store. No, there's a camping grounds that has a little store that's open seasonally. But like a loaf of bread is like $5. You know, it's they jack the prices way the hell up for the campers. So we don't ever go there. But that I could walk to that. That's like probably 2 miles from here. So I could, conceivably walk to that. But there's not another retail store. Probably, let's see, that would probably be, I'm going to look it up on Google Maps just so I'm telling you the truth here. That's got to be the one that's south of us. There is a gas station convenience store. Let's see, we're going to go measure distance. Okay, so I'm just going to do as the crow flies here too. I won't like get crazy with the roads. I won't get funky with the cheese whiz. I'll just grow. Okay. So right about there, just straight as the crow flies, it's 7 miles to a gas station. So not crazy far. That's probably closer to, because, that's a straight line, and the roads, obviously, there's no straight roads. They're all, so it's probably 8 miles, maybe 9 at the most. That's the closest place to buy anything to us. And why was I bringing that up? Oh, because of efficiency, right? Efficiency. And there's no grocery stores. Let's see, the closest grocery store. Let's go here. $15.6 miles. That's the closest grocery store. And we don't go there either because it's a little, mom and pop that's super expensive as well. Like, stuff is like almost twice as much as it would be anywhere else. Like a Aldi or a Wegmans or anything like that. It's crazy how expensive it is. Okay. My candy willpower will be tested Tuesday. I will fail because the dad tax is mandatory. Yes. And, my kids obviously don't trick or treat anymore. Obviously, they could, but they don't. And so I'll only get candy if we happen to, go buy some Halloween candy for ourselves. Damn it. Damn it. House that gives out full candy bars. I always tried to do that too. We didn't always. Some years we gave out, fun size ones, but we'd make sure they got a handful of candy, Mark, what's up? What's going on? Hello. 80s. Nobody's guessed the radioactive. I didn't see it. Probably was 1980. I know who it is. I just can't. The Firm. You got it, Whip. Whip got it. 2:45. What time is it? Okay, 7 minutes. The Firm. Radioactive. Yep, Tomatillo got it. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. With Jimmy Page as the lead singer, the guitar player, and Paul Rogers as the lead singer. Popsicle sticks taste good. Just say it. Ooh, jeez. Did sort of start to make myself there. You can choose one candy as a part of the dad tax. I'll be guarding the candy up until trick-or-treaters arrive. I can buy you more and better candy after Halloween. Oh, Sage. Oh, Sage. We forgot I was going to taste test this other stuff. So this was zombie snot. Larry D said it's mild. Now, you've seen Larry D probably. You know what kind of stuff he eats. So when he says something's mild, I don't always believe him. So we're going to try this. Ooh. Wow, that's got a great flavor. My mouth just went gush. That's what women feel like, huh? he said it's got a great, great flavor. It's one of his favorite flavors. It smelled like a tomatillo type stuff. And let's see what's in it too. There we go. Shake well. Yeah, okay. I did. Quit telling me what to do. All right, let's see. I've got trusty magnifying glass, green habanero pepper, mash, peppers and vinegar, tomatillos. Yeah, it's got I could smell the tomatillos in it. Granny Smith apples, roasted garlic, green reaper pepper, green reaper, mash, scallion puree, sea salt, cumin, and lime juice. And this comes from Hellfire Hot Sauce Incorporated in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Do they have a website? Yep. hellfirehotsauce.com. hellfirehotsauce.com. All right. It sounds friggin' hot, doesn't it? Hi, Mikey B. Smells really good, though. Hold on. Smells really good. Let's see. We're going to do it this way. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yep. Oh. Mild my ass. Woo. Larry D, F you, buddy. That's not mild. Not one chip challenge hot. Definitely hot. Oh, yeah. That's not mild to me. Nope. God damn it, Larry. I should have known. I should have known. That's not mild. It does have a good flavor, though. Smells great, too. Mm. That's hot. I said hi to Mikey B. Snow this weekend for Bex. Nice. And Jenna got it too, the radioactive song by The Firm. Dee Dee, welcome back. I gotta eat some more chips. Sorry, just bear with me. It's going away. Not like one chip challenge hot. You know, you can see I'm not crying. Yet. It's still early in the live stream, you know. All right. I think I'm okay now. Saw The Firm at the Boston Garden. I've never seen them. Never seen them. They were okay. You know, I like the band, the members separately, but I don't know. There was just something about them that I didn't care for. I shouldn't say I didn't care for them. They just didn't grab me like Bad Company. You know, Bad Company was the band that Led Zeppelin signed on to their Swan Song label. those Led Zeppelin and Bad Company, I absolutely love. The Firm was, it was okay. It was too poppy, I think, at the time. It was too poppy. I can watch it out the window. Nice. And Elaine, hi Elaine. I like early snow, gets rid of bugs and pollen. Yeah. Yeah, it is nice that time of the year when there's, even though now, when the nights get down there cold enough, most of the bugs are gone. Really aren't too many bugs. Although this is the time of the year when the ticks bloom for us in this area. And I haven't mowed the lawn in forever because the battery died on the Ryder. And the charger that I had stopped working too. I'm not sure what's going on there. They both stopped working. And I was sick there for so long, for October, but I tried to do it the other day and mower when it started, and neither did the charger, wasn't helping. So I got to see what's going on with that. And I do need to mow. It's very, very high, which, you know, it does help the ticks a little bit, although they do like the other areas better because they can hide. Like over here where we don't mow. I've showed that in a lot of the videos. That side's not mowed, so it'll get, you know, 6 foot tall with goldenrod and all the asters and different stuff over there. So they absolutely love that, but I don't let Wally go over there, or we don't let any of the dogs go in there or even close to that area this time of year. We keep them out of that area because that's where the ticks are going to be. Dee Dee said January is a long, cold, dreary month for me. January is okay usually. It's a lot more sunny for us for some reason. You know, it's just January is usually not too bad. And for some reason, we always get a thaw in January as well. So it's not as bad. And Nancy B said, I was born in February, so some good stuff happened. Okay. I will agree with that, Nancy B. I love February. It's finally cold here then. Yeah, you guys don't get too much cold. It's actually enjoyable out for you right there, huh? Okay, yeah, it's been snowing lightly all day today, Big Cat said. Things are almost blanketed and icy now. Grass and shrubs just poking through. You don't like Groundhog's Day? I mean, it's nothing, right? It's not real fun. There's nothing going on. There's not, you know, it's not a real holiday. There's nothing. I just sort of gloss over it. I like the movie. I like the movie a lot. Geek Boy says, I can build almost anything with wood as long as you're not picky about straight cuts, square corners, or structural rigidity. Yeah, come down under in February, 100 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, you're middle of your summer down there, right? Middle of your summer. I missed what Lando said. He deleted it? So what you're saying is I shouldn't ask you to help me build garage shelves for totes. She's going to help me build my Hobbit house, Dee Deekins. Dee Dee Mums. Dee Dee Mums is the building queen. 15-minute drive for me to buy anything. Yeah, you do, and you like that too, LJ? I'm assuming you grew up in that. You know what we need to do, LJ? We need to have you come up for a focus on. That's what we need to do. Yeah. We need to have you come up for a focus on, and so we can learn more about you. My email is right up there at the top. You should send me an email and say, yeah, you can add me to the list. Diego is next. Diego from Petsotics is next. No matter what happens, Diego will be next. I promised him that. I had to cancel on him twice. But he had some things the one time too. So 3 times we tried to schedule it and it didn't happen. So he is definitely up next. But I've got a bunch of people after that. I still got to reach out to Jason from Prime Time because he said he's interested in it. I think he's still interested in it, even after I cried in front of him. Because I was talking about you guys. I started talking about the community, and I got all messed up, you know, because I was talking about how, you know, you guys had paid for me to go to the clash and stuff. And yeah. Dr. Ted said he would be willing. He'd do a live stream with me, so that'll be a lot of fun. He's a fun guy. Jen Williams. I'm hoping Joanna from Primetime as well. George Farmer, I'm hoping, is in the future. And then whatever other channels, you know, I still have some more people on my list. I see Latoya is here too. That's another person. Land O'Lakes. I would love if you sent me an email and said, please add me to the list that you can do a focus on with me. That would be great for, you've been on a live stream, right? So I would love to be able to do a focus on both of you. Nice ladies. Nice ladies. How come everything I say sounds creepy? I didn't mean that to come out creepy like that. Nice ladies. It's like wild and crazy. I don't know. It just sounded creepy to me. Did I see Fishy Biz? Fishy Biz, Drew. Ooh, dude. Look at that. It has been a long time. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I am so far behind in the chat, though. That just jumped on me, and I just happened to see Drew come in. Looking forward to this weekend. I'm hoping that you're going to be there as well during the time that I'm going to be up on the stream. It's been forever, and I'm so looking forward to hopefully get to hang out with you a little bit this weekend. I try to get over to your live stream, and I go to bed so early these days. I got to scroll back up because I see other people coming in too. But Drew, very good to see you. There's Ness. Come on, let me get back up here. Sorry, I'll tell you how far behind I am as soon as I find it. Okay, there we are. Nope. I am almost 10 minutes behind in the chat. So if you've come in and said something and I haven't said hi, that's why. I'm 10 minutes behind in the chat. I like to stay about 15 minutes behind. That's my sweet spot, right? 15 minutes behind in the chat. Not gonna lie, love being able to walk most places where we are: brewery, library, snooze, hacienda. Yeah, and I get it. I get the benefits of it, and I've lived in places like that where I could go I just saw Gina's message where I could walk to a lot of places, and I get the benefit of it, but it's just so peaceful here. It is so quiet here. Again, I haven't heard a car go by on the road this whole time we've been streaming. We've been streaming for an hour now. That's pretty common. I'll be outside for this time of the year. Now, I have like a little hair. Jesus. Parts of the year, all the cottagers come down, right? A lot of people vacation in this area, so the place will just be filled with cottagers, and it's not so fun sometimes. It gets to be quite a bit. There's just people walking everywhere. They're walking through your yard. You don't know any of them. There's, cars flying up. The speed limit's 35, and they'll be doing 70 down this little road. It's a little tiny road. And there's just people everywhere, and the cannons going off and fireworks just constant. And there's a couple weeks there where it gets a little overwhelming. It really does. It's just, but the rest of the year makes up for it, especially this time of the year. Like right now, there's no noises out there. It is, so I could go outside and I might be able to hear like somebody's lawnmower that's 2 miles away. There's just, the only sounds I'm hearing are nature. It's all the birds. I could go trick-or-treating. I could. Yeah, I could. I could. And, I never worried about like teenagers going trick-or-treating. As long as they wore a costume. I mean, even if they didn't, if they came to the door and they were like, trick-or-treat, I'm like, hey, what's your costume? And I'd still give them candy. It's just like, put some effort. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 70 years old and you're trick-or-treating. If you've got a costume on, I'm going to give you candy. Kids, I'll give them candy anyways. But again, we don't get any trick-or-treaters here at all. None. Not a single one. Damn it, Janet. All right, scrolling. Anyone has a Halloween candy left over, Kyle says, I have a special method of disposal and will all be sent to me. There, we finally got down to Ness. Hi, Ness. Hope you're doing good. It was Brandon's birthday, right? Was it Brandon's birthday just recently? I think it was. Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at that today to see. Let's see what birthdays there are. I didn't look at it this week at all, I don't think. Yeah, we got Crystal. Crystal's Pets and Plants' birthday is, her birthday is today. And then Josh from the Metalheads is on Saturday. So just those two of them that I know of. Larry D says it's mild, so put a drop on the desk and see how long it takes to burn through the other side. Yeah, this is very hot. Like my son will probably like this. He's been getting more and more into hot sauces. The flavor is great. Don't get me wrong. Some of those, there's so many of them that are just so hot and they taste like chemicals. They're just bad. They're really just doing it to be hot. This is not like that. It definitely has a great flavor. It's got an amazing smell. I love the smell. There's a good texture. Zombie snot is a good descriptor of this because it's a little bit thicker than most hot sauces. It's almost borderline paste. It's still very liquid, but it's almost a paste, almost. And it is really good, but it's hot. So maybe just a couple of drops and some scrambled eggs or something like that. Maybe in a burrito, but just a couple of drops. Okay. I actually used the term "I digress" for the first time correctly yesterday. Good for you, Mikey V. Good for you. That's funny. Milk, Rico, quick. I can't see Larry D. Is he in here? No, I don't. Yeah, I haven't seen him today. Nope. I have not seen Larry D today. He was the one who gave me that stuff. He gave that to me at the Clash to try out for the Snarf or Barf. And he said it was mild. It's definitely not mild to me. This is definitely very hot. A little bit will go a long way. I did put quite a bit on that chip. Like I put like a teaspoon on there. Probably not that much. Scuba Steve. Hello, sir. What's going on? What's it taste like? If you've ever had like a tomatillo salsa, tomatillo sausage. That actually sounds really good. A tomatillo salsa. It definitely has that. You can taste the tomatillos in here a lot, which is really weird to say because I call Tommy tomatillo. So you can really taste tomatillo in this. Gross. Dude, why'd you have to do that? It's good. It's good. It's got a good flavor. Strong on the tomatillos. Oh, it smells so good. Like I want to eat some more just because of how it smells. I wish I wish smell-o-vision was a thing. Because it smells, my mouth is watering. It smells so good. Food isn't supposed to hurt. Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at now? Find a tick on my dog. Yesterday, poor guy, thank God it wasn't a deer tick. We've, they've had them. Pugsley had a couple last year that we got real quick. We've got the little tick remover, little piece of plastic with, get some. And so did Wally. Wally had one last year too. So we check them quite often though, especially this time of the year. Again, most of the year we don't really have a lot of ticks. They're really not that bad, even though it is a very rural place. Even though that side is totally grown up, we let it just, like I said, it's 6 to 7 foot. I did start mowing the back section down there. That's probably why the guy drove through it that I was complaining about the other day. But we don't really have ticks the rest of the year, but this time of the year, even into the snow, like it'll be like early February and the dogs will come in and have a tick on them. I'm like, how the hell are the ticks surviving? I guess they can survive the little bit of the frost, maybe. I don't know. Stink bugs. Yeah, the stink bugs are horrible. Those fake ladybugs, but thankfully the mosquitoes are all dying. I don't see too many of the fake ladybugs, but the stink bugs we get really bad. Yeah, really bad. Although, actually they haven't been horrible this year. I'm just looking to see if there's any like around me. They haven't been horrible like the last few years. They've been better this year. Tony carried off a mower this morning. Replacement battery he needed cost almost as much as a new push mower. We only need it for a tiny piece. Gotcha. I mean, I've got a decent mower. It's not it's nothing special. I've got a rider. You know, it's a riding lawnmower. It's a pretty decent one. It's not that old. It's only 3 years old. I don't think it's even 3 years old. So it works good, and the battery is only a little 12 volts, so it's not super expensive. But I can put a charger on it, and it'll be okay. It'll get me through. Groundhog Day is a holiday in Pennsylvania. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, especially in Punxsutawney, right? Punxsutawney. 78 here, firing up the grill. Wow. It's not even going to hit 70 today. I think the temperature's dropping now. Oh, no, it's 70. That was weird. Somebody was on the access road. Usually there's nobody. Like I said, the cottages are all shut down, so there's usually nobody driving up that this time of the year. Kelly Foreman, sitting out by my ponds working. Everything will be dead in a couple days. Oh, and it's good to see you, Kelly Foreman. Justin, what's going on? Kelly girl. Dee Kelly girl. You have to do me and LaToya at the same time. I was the one that said I said creepy stuff, Laura, and you were the one that said that. That wasn't me that said that. The phrasing, no, you both have to be separate, because that's not fair to either one of you. We got to focus on that one person, right? We need to really learn about that one person, but no pressure. Like if you're not comfortable doing it, no pressure. There's a lot of people that I know that I would love to, that I've asked numerous times to come up. They're just not interested in getting on a live stream. So I get it. And for anybody who hasn't seen the focus ons, I do try to make you as comfortable as possible. And we don't ask any questions that you're not, that you have to answer. Like if it makes you uncomfortable, you just skip and we go right on. No, we try to make it super comfortable. I think a lot of people will tell you that. People that were nervous at first, and then they came up and they were like, oh, this has been fun, So I really would like to have you both come up. But if you're not interested, I understand 100%. And now I'm finally down to where Drew was. Yeah, I am. I'm 15 minutes behind. Nathan's on to the next lawn. Dr. Ted will be a seriously fun one. It will. It will be fun. Dr. Ted seems like just a fun person to be around. He really does. I just had a blast at the Keystone Clash with him, especially that Saturday night when we had the sing along, watching him like with Kelly and Steven, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Finally, we're down to Drew. Oh, I gotta scroll up. Okay. Tearing it all down Saturday, and the dark times will be honest. I'm just going to, I'm not doing anything with the pond. I'm dumping the tub that still has stuff in it into the pond. And then, like I said, I'm going to, I'll probably shut down the pump. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might let the pump just run all year and then put a bottle of salty water in there to help break up stuff. But yeah, that's it. A water lily is still blooming. Rico's bordello voice. Nice ladies. Hey, lady. It does sound creepy when you say moist. Fish biz. Are you, Drew, if you're still here, are you going to be on there Saturday with me? I know that's a 12-hour stream, so you probably, and it's a Saturday, so you probably got stuff with the family. But is it going to be Aquafunk? Because I haven't streamed with him in forever too, and both of you I would like to talk to a little bit behind the scenes. And again, they're doing instead of the 24-hour live stream, they're doing a 12-hour live stream on Fishy Business Channel, right? It's on your channel, right? Not Drew, or not on Jason's, not on Fishy, not on Aquafunks. Lotuses are all brown. Days are too short. I wish it required us some days. Yeah, yeah. And at this point in my life, too, the bad thing is there's not a lot of opportunity around here for my youngest son, right? He doesn't have his own car. We got rid of the second car, which we shouldn't have. When I retired, we got rid of my car, basically. It was Michelle's. Anyways, we got rid of a car when I retired. We probably should have kept one for him because it's very difficult. He does a lot of stuff online to make money, but he needs to, it's hard for him. He can't save up the money to get a car, and there's nothing that he can walk to work. He just went to a job fair the other day, though, and there was some really interesting stuff. And the one that he spent a lot of time talking to a guy who does geothermal heating. And the guy was really impressed by him. And I mean, they spent a lot of time talking, and every time Aiden was going to walk away, the guy would sort of drag him back and, talk some more about different stuff. So he's supposed to call him in a couple weeks. That would be cool for him to get into something like that, especially if we can get a discount, because I would love to do the geothermal stuff here. When people go flying past my house, they have to come back through. I yell at them. One day I'm gonna get my arse. Yeah, I used to too. I even threw a beer can at a car one time. They're flying through where I used to live. I walked that circuit well into my 20s. I love candy that much. Makes you want to pitch a tent at Rico's yard. Don't mind me. Just got to use the restroom every so often. If your snacks start to go missing, it wasn't me. I would love to do that someday. If we ever get to the point where we're not embarrassed of our house, because we are right now, it's the house is rough. The area is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, and we do have a nice piece of property, but the house itself on the outside is pretty rough. Well, some of the inside too, to be honest. But if we ever get to the point where we're not embarrassed, I do want to invite people to come. And either, the people that have motorhomes or want to put tents up, they can do that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the basement will be finished and we can, have people stay there and stuff. It's a pipe dream. We'll see. We'll see. I would love to have people be able to come hang out. I think Kelly and Jake might next year. That was sort of the plan, right? They were going to come up and stay like at an Airbnb not too far away, so we can hang out and they could. I mean, they get a pretty nice fall there where they're at, but they could experience this fall. I live right by downtown and still get no trick-or-treaters. I bet, wow, that's weird. Wonder why. We used to get a ton. And it was a little town. Let me see what the population of that little town is. Where we used to live. I mean, it's been almost 20 years since we lived there, but geez, that was 2010 population. The 2010 is the last one it looks like. There was 2,000 people in the village in 2010, and that's the last time it's been updated. That's weird. I wonder why it's been so long since, I mean, we just had a census a few years ago, didn't we? And it's had a minus 3% population change since 2000. Okay. So I bet you there's about, let's see, 2,300. So there's probably close to 2,000 people in that town. Hey, there's one of my pictures on here. That's one of my pictures. This was on citydata.com. This is my picture. Hold on. I took this picture. This was right across the street. That is weird. That's my picture. We lived in the house that house is facing. We lived right across the street from that house. That was our neighbors. Zis, I think, was their last name, which is weird now to think of. Because the kid's name, the youngest kid, was the same age as my son. Went to school with him. His name was Zach Zis. I think it was Zis, something close to that. But anyways, that's my picture. I don't know. I don't remember putting it there. I don't know how they got it, but that is definitely my picture. I know I have that picture in my folder of pictures still to this day. Just a dusting of snow. And yeah, 2004. We lived right across the street. That was our neighbors. Huh. That's weird. Beck says, we never have any trick-or-treaters. It's sad, but we were surrounded by a ton of neighborhoods, so the kids probably stick to the houses. Yeah, but that would be efficient, right? Why would you not go to the apartment complexes? When I was a kid, that was the money spot, right? That's where you went. You went to the apartment complexes because you trick-or-treat, trick-or-treat, trick-or-treat. You know, you one row and you filled up your bag. That was always the smart place to go, was the apartment complexes. Gina said, seems like all the families around my neighborhood actually take their kids to the richer areas, do trick-or-treating. Kind of sad because I like handing out candy. I liked it too. Although I usually was the one who took the kids around. So while they were getting ready, like trick-or-treaters would show up about 5 o'clock until about 9. So about 4 hours. So I would take the kids out, usually. Sometimes Michelle would, but she'd rather stay home. And I always loved doing it so much. She always let me take the kids around. So when the kids got ready and when they were ready to go out, before then I would give out the candy. And I always like to mess with them, and it's nice too, because we didn't know some of the neighbors, and it was a way to get to know the neighbors at least a little bit. Parents who live in lower income areas bring their kids to our neighborhood to trick or treat, which I do not mind at all. Unlike some people in this neighborhood. Yeah, you know what? Those people need to get over themselves, right? Who cares where the kids live? They're kids, for Christ's sake. We're always so worried about that kind of stuff. I hate those kind of people. And I know, Stephen, you and Jenna would not be that kind of people, but that's ridiculous to me. They don't live here. Locals only. No dogs allowed. It just kind of became the happening place for Halloween. Oh, gotcha. Are you at the house giving out full candy bars? Yeah, he said that, and yep. And then Kyle said, I'm on the next flight. We get ticks on us all year here. Hunters wear pantyhose under their gear to help, plus other stuff. Yeah, that's for the ticks, Dee Dee. Right, they're wearing pantyhose and other stuff to keep the ticks off. Come on. No judgment, but people need to be honest with themselves. Ticks climb inside of wild animals, but live the winter in the warmth. Our town has trunk or treat for people who don't get kids. And yeah. There's some of those around here too. Yeah. There's some of those types of things around here too. At least they're doing something. That's fun. At least the kids get to do something. Box elder bugs are out now with the warm weather. Oh, because yeah, you guys are like 80. Dee Dee said if the weather is kind of nice, it might be cool to go home for Groundhog Day. Yeah, especially if you're not used to the snow and stuff anymore. If you grew up in a place like that, like I came from outside of Chicago, northern Indiana, South Bend, that area, and used to heavy snow and stuff, and used to cold weather. And then I moved to Arizona, and I missed it the whole time we were in Arizona. I absolutely just missed the 4 seasons, because you do get a slight change of seasons in Arizona, but not much of one. So, and Michelle's the same way. She's from up this area, and same thing. And I've said this before, but our families moved from here. She moved from here, my family from northern Indiana, to Arizona the same month and same year. Isn't that weird? It was like August of 1978 or something like that. 70, I can't remember the year, but the same month and the same year, our families moved out west. So it was like we were fated to be together. Brendan, what's up, B-Wizzle? B-Wizzle's on the list, too. Got to get him up here for the focus on. Got to get him up here for the focus on. He's on the list, so he will definitely be up soonish. Again, Diego is definitely first. I don't want to have anybody else before Diego on there. Where was I at? There we are. Grandparents were from and are buried in Punxsutawney. Wow. A lot of connections. That sounded weird. Laura and Latoya. I did say. Xanadu, what's up, Mark? 2 inches of snow in Minnesota Saturday. Rico can only focus on one at a time. Yeah. Just want to confuse you more. I used to do gaming live streams. Okay, so you would be fine with it then. Yeah, you would be fine. Ted's okay. Little bit goes a long way. And Alan Sean would know, right? Alan Sean, did you and Ted grow up together? Or did you go to school together? Something you've known each other for a very, very long time, right? He grilled me so hard, I cried like a baby. I ended up in the fetal position. Lando said, my buddy is getting into the hobby. He got bedded today and didn't set the tank for you. Oh, that's unfortunate. You got to help him out, Lando. The right way, though. It's hard, right? When people are doing stuff and you don't want to be a dick and say, no, you got to do this. But at the same time, you got to say, no, you got to do this, right? Without, I've talked about how much I hate that kind of unsolicited advice. But when somebody's doing something wrong, used to be in a big fan page on Star Wars. Now I play Ark, WoW, and occasionally Final Fantasy. I haven't been playing anything again. Like I still, I'm playing Starfield on the Xbox, but I haven't played since right before the Clash. Because again, being sick, I just didn't feel like playing. Nancy B said, I got yelled at for being too old for this by a rude lady in the mall when I was 12. See, that's ridiculous. Never really liked Halloween since. You know what? Somebody needs to punch that woman right in the uterus with a knuckle. That's crazy. And you know what? It's candy. Let the kids have some fun. And it's good to see teenagers doing that kind of stuff because they could be doing way worse, right? Especially if they don't have a good family life, if they don't have any guidance at home, they could be out there doing all kinds of stuff. So they're at your house getting some candy. That should be a good thing, right? The Rico Stan Resort. I think we might. I hope you do, Kelly. I know it's not set in stone, but I really hope you guys can make it up next year. That would be awesome. Okay. People leaving since 2000. When did you move there? Yeah, Geek Boy. Geek Boy, yes. Yes, 2000. We moved here. No, we moved to New York late 99. Like October of 99. Yeah. So you're right. People leaving since 2000. Actually, it's been like that for a very, very long time. People have been leaving this entire area for a long time. There's not a lot of opportunity, but stuff's coming back around. There's like a lot more jobs recently. The high-tech sector has been building a lot of stuff in the area, and people, leave because of the weather. So, but yeah, that's, yeah. Don't be responsible, Sal. It's Thursday. Responsibilities for like Mondays. Seeing Nathan's mowing. I never tricked or treated in an apartment complex. Why did I not think about it? Oh yeah, that was, especially because, back in the day, it really wasn't as much difference between people in an apartment complex and the houses when it came to the candy given out. First of all, when I was a kid, the discrepancy in income between people in apartment complexes and houses wasn't as great as it is today, which we won't get into, but, that was part of it. But those were always the places to go. So there wasn't a lot of different, like, you didn't get way better candy and in the regular neighborhood as opposed to the apartment complex. Oh, Everyone has chairs and tables or tailgates down outside. Oh, gotcha. 3 mild weather days we get per season. That's a cool thing, though. Yeah, we kids always knock. You know, if the lights are on, you're allowed to knock and trick or treat. And some people do go outside, but not a lot, because it does, you know, again, my kids have trick or treated in the snow a few times, and it's usually pretty cold. Not super cold, but it's probably low 40s, maybe high 30s usually on. Let's see what it's going to be next week, because the last couple days have been pretty warm. But let's see what it's going to be on Halloween. Radioactive. Let's see, the 31st, it's going to be, well, 47, but that's the high, 35 for the low. So you're probably going to be, you know, 7 o'clock at night, it's probably going to be about 40 degrees roughly, right? We'll split it. So about 40 degrees. It's also going to be 54% chance of rain and 20-mile-per-hour winds. So that doesn't sound too comfortable to sit outside for hours, although I'd be fine with it. You know, I like the cold. I really do. I love the cold weather. Which is weird, that there's always one white kid or one white person video that I did about being in the cold. There's always that one white guy. It's still going. Very slowly, like it stopped and stopped and start. Look, it's almost to 10,000 views. 99. Can always see how gross my phone is when I. 9, you're not going to see it. It's not going to focus. It's not going to focus. It's not going to focus. There you go. You see it? See? It's going to be blah, blah, blah. 9,968. It's still going. Just very, very slow. It's like every hour there's like 50 views on it. Really weird. Most of my videos don't do that. They do the normal. Most of the shorts. They go, you know, they go up to whatever it is, 1,000, 1,500, 5, you never know. And then they just cut off and you don't really see anymore. So it's very strange that one is still going like that. Yeah, in the last hour, there's been 48 views on it. Really weird. Oh, don't get distracted. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't think our heat is working. Well, that ain't good. Yeah. Yeah, glad you found out now. Yeah, at least that's the good thing about, you know, living in an apartment or a condo or whatever you call it, is the fact that somebody else is responsible for that, and they have to get their ass over there right away and take care of it. And especially, I'm assuming an apartment complex should be pretty quick to get it fixed. And I've got to imagine you guys live in a nice place, just knowing who you are. I imagine it's a nicer, you know, better apartment complex. You know, apartment complexes are fine. You know, that's great. We should have apartment complexes. We should have duplexes. We should have things like that. And I know that Linda Worth said that she rents out a home, but I honestly think that people should not be allowed to rent out single family homes. I honestly think that if we got rid of, this is probably gonna be unpopular, I know some of you are going to agree with me, but if we got rid of all the corporations that own multiple homes, single family homes, and rented them out and drove up the rent and stuff, drove up the home prices because they're buying these houses for way more than what they're worth, and then renting them out instead of letting people buy them. We need to get rid of that. Apartment complexes, yes, you can own an apartment complex. You can own a duplex, but if it's a single family home, I don't think you should be able to rent them out. I really don't. And our housing issue that we have in the country would be solved very quickly, right? Because prices would drop massively, and people would be able to afford housing a lot easier than today. Because housing prices are ridiculous. So are apartments too, but that's a whole nother thing. All right, sorry. We're not gonna get into that too much more. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling down. What time is it? Hour and a half. We'll go for 20 more minutes. Oh, there's somebody else going too, isn't there? I'll tell you who it is, in case you would like to go over. Oh, it's Eakins. Is Eakins going right now? Let's go look. He is. I just like this video. So Eakins is also going. So just so you know, just in case you want to watch something else. He's only got 5 people. You guys should go say hi to him real quick. I see Gina is over there. He's doing double duty, which is cool. Go over there and say hi to him. Eric's over there. There's a few people over there. People should go say hi to him. There's Gina. Gina said hi. Hi, Gina. Everybody should go over there and say hi to him real quick. And stay over there. You don't have to come back if you don't want to. Here, I need to get out of there though, because that's probably gonna start making me lag. There we go. Okay. I gotta scroll back up. Okay. Got down to Bex. Put in a maintenance request. Seems like all we do lately. Don't want to be a dick. Who says who? We were in the same club and worked about 10 minutes apart in New Jersey. Started going to lunch in the late 90s. Oh, okay. Still, that's still quite some time. Still quite some time that you've known Dr. Ted. I might ask them their age, but still give them candy. I don't even ask. Again, I would just, if they didn't have a costume on, then I might make a comment like, hey, you could at least put a costume on, or what's your costume? What are you playing at? But I'd still give them candy. We eventually formed the Alice Shawn Aquarium Society. There's so much more in there. With the S's and stuff, I just feel like, there was some way you could have said, come join our ass, welcome to ass. Jenna said, Dee, if you're related to Geek Boy, you have a permanent invitation to his home. He loves when family and especially in-laws come to visit. See you, Nancy B. We sit outside and have a crock pot of chili and fixins. That sounds good. Candy is on the table in the driveway near where we are. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that whole thing, I can't tell how gross your phone is because mine is so gross. I have a 9-year-old son. If you'd like to see what a gross touchscreen really looks like. I don't. It's something that bothers me quite often. I'm always cleaning my phone off. I can't stand to see that stuff. Like I was doing a D-Scout. That's one of the apps that I use to make some side money. It's actually a really good app. I really enjoy using it. You do like usability stuff on it too, and it's mostly mobile. Very cool app, D-Scout. But I had to do something with the show, which is right here. And I was filming the screen, and I didn't even notice how bad it looked until I saw it on the camera. And I was like, oh, I said it right in the video. Oh, that's gross. Oh. The Halloween parties are the only time I play Dead Man's Party, Oingo Boingo, Ghost Town, and Werewolves of London. I absolutely love Werewolves. Warren Zevon. That song has the best la-la line in it in any song. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. But the way he sings it, little old lady got mutilated late last night. It's a little loo. It's just so, little old lady got mutilated late last night. It's got to be a great thing for people like, I I can imagine Anchorman, when he was, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan today. Unique New York. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. It's a beautiful line. Even though it's a horrible line, little old lady got mutilated. That's horrible, but it's a great line, and I love hearing it every time. Right away is a pipe dream with maintenance, even in the nicer complexes. Oh, gotcha. It's been I've lived in apartment complexes, but it's been a long time. Because even when we lived in Arizona, we had bought our own house. And then we got here, we stayed with her grandparents for about a month. And then we rented a house for about 10 years. And then moved into this house after that. So I rented homes. We haven't been in an apartment. Wow. Oh, since we got married. It was actually, we moved in the apartment together about a month after we got married. And we lived there for, I don't know, about a year. It was funny because it was right across the street from where I lived for a very long time. And it used to be orange groves. And then they tore down a bunch of the orange groves and built a apartment complex. But my house that I grew up in, I lived quite a few years there, but 8-9 years, which was a long time for us to stay in the same place, was right across the street from there. Bunny Viper, hello. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well today, Miss Bunny. Okay, it jumped on me again. About 15 more minutes. They would raise the price on apartments more so since they can't rent anywhere else. Yeah, but the thing is, a lot more people would be able to afford housing and wouldn't have to rent. A lot more people, because a lot of people currently are renting apartments and homes because they can't afford the houses, because the housing market is out of control. Like the price of a house has, compared to our income, has gone up like what, 300%. It's just crazy how much. I saw a TikTok video showing a graph of median income and rent prices over the last few decades. If that graph is accurate, it looks straight up dystopian. Yeah, and something needs to happen. So there would be a lot more people able to buy houses, like a lot, and then those people wouldn't have to rent, so there would be more places, right? And I'm sure that's not a perfect solution, but I think it's a start. I think it's someplace where we could start to look at it. Ian said sorry. What did Ian say sorry for? What did Ian say sorry for? He doesn't, because he's streaming the same time as me? I hope he didn't say sorry for that. No, he doesn't. No. And I don't know what he would say sorry for. He's got nothing to, I don't think Eakins owes me any kind of, everybody's more than welcome to stream at the same time as me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I stream at the same time as other people too. So, if somebody streams at the same time as me, you go for it. Give people those choices. And Eakins definitely has different kind of content than I do. He's incredibly knowledgeable about fish keeping, and he does usually a lot more about actually fish keeping. We haven't talked about fish one single time today. So I get it. People want different things. So yeah, if that's what you're talking about, Dee Dee, he doesn't owe me any kind of apology. None. Not if they're adults and not wearing a costume, you say, hey, what are you dressed as, an asshole? Yeah, that's funny like a clown. Funny how? Funny like a clown? Do I fucking amuse you? My mother dressed one year, Winda Liqueur, what's up? My mother dressed one year with a garbage bag and a garden hose bag. My friend seen her. I caught a lot of flack because of it. Search your mama jokes here. Yeah. That's cool though. I'm glad that she did that. And Linda, I singled you out because I knew that you had that. It just that there's so many the housing market's messed up, and something has to happen. So I'm not throwing any shade at you for being a landlord or anything like that. Problem with apartments is that I don't like people enough to live that close to them. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, but you've already got a house. See, this way more people can buy houses. That's the key. That's the key, by not allowing anybody to own more than one home. And when I say that, you can have a vacation property. I'm not saying you can't have a vacation property. You just can't rent out that vacation property to other people. If you're rich and you own a vacation property somewhere, okay. But so many more people would be able to afford housing. But yeah, I don't like people enough to live that close to them. I'm with you. Yeah. Kayla says, if I tried to buy the house I purchased in 2011, today we'd need twice that income at least. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy how, and we got lucky. He didn't realize you were on. I told him no worries. Yeah, definitely. Please make sure he knows. And hopefully he's not going to like quit or anything. Tell him we're going to quit in 10 minutes. So he should go longer. Yeah, I don't want Eakins to feel like he shouldn't be streaming. Please make sure he knows that. I would hate for him to think, oh, he's mad at me because he's streaming. That would never be, something. You need more than 100,000 saved as a down payment in a lot of markets. That's a lot. It is. I can't afford a house and I do all right. Yeah. Talking income properties. Yep, exactly. Yep. I think, and again, I'm not talking about if it's a duplex. Okay, if it's a small apartment complex, it's an apartment complex. Okay, that's different. Single family homes. Jersey Shore would shut down without summer rentals. You're welcome, Alishon. I think you would appreciate going there more often, right? I think you would appreciate it. That's going to stir up a bunch of stuff. And again, it's not a perfect solution, but I think it would be a start, by just making more homes available. There would be a lot more homes on the market. Housing would drop in price greatly if all these corporations, especially, and it's not even so much the people like Linda who has a rental property. It's not even so much that it's the bigger corporations that maybe own, 100 homes in a 20 square mile area, that's a big part of it. And his hair was perfect. I do love Werewolf of London. One of my favorite songs. Warren Zevon's got some other stuff too. One of the most underrated artists out there, I think. Warren Zevon. 8 more minutes. What are we going to talk about for 8 more minutes? Again, we tried these chips from Whip. Those were pretty good. I like them. They're definitely a dipping chip to me. I'm going to find some good dip for them. They're a thicker chip, very good. And then we also tried this stuff from Larry D. You can see it's empty. I really, really like this radioactive soda. These people don't have a website that I know of. Rocket Fizz, though. Yeah, Rocket Fizz Soda Pop and Candy Shop. That's who made this. And then we also tried this, which Larry D said was mild. Zombie snot. Hellfire zombie snot. It is not mild, but it's still delicious. It's still delicious. It's still really good. And a little bit goes a long, long way. Yeah, that's the problem, right, Whip? And that's the problem with most of the solutions to the issues with our country is rich people control everything. Corporations spend a ton of money on politicians. Let's get money out of politics. Let's make it so no corporations can contribute to politicians. Let's get rid of that. every type of gift, make sure it has to be transparent. I know there's laws in place now for that, but it needs to be very, very strict. There's some politicians out there who do not accept money from corporations or from the larger PACs, and I like those politicians generally. That's the most politics we talked about in a long time. But that's the problem, right? You couldn't do anything like that. You just, yeah. Nobody gets seconds until everyone has a plate, but for housing. I love it. And you know, it's going to upset people. It's going to upset people because they feel entitled to that, you know? They feel entitled to, and there's been all those billionaires recently so upset because, you know, people aren't traveling as much for work and things like that. And they're upset about that because they're losing out on money because of those things. Okay, that's enough politics. 5 minutes left. What did Bunny Viper? Long nap. I'm glad to see you resting. Has trouble breathing, but doing okay. Just resting today. Yeah, and Bunny Viper again. I know in the emails we exchanged, I meant that. I hope that they nailed down the right combination for you to give you some relief. Yeah, don't get me started there, Whip. I will. I have very, very strong opinions on. We're gonna call that politics, even though it's not really politics, it's life. I have incredibly strong opinions about all that stuff. And I think where we're at right now is stupid. Things, you know, healthcare, education, housing, things that people need to live. It's stupid where we are as a country. And there's other countries having problems too, but I think that we are in a very good place where we could fix a lot of those problems if we really cared enough about it. But most people don't care enough about it because we don't care about anybody else. We only care about getting our slice of the pie, and that's it. We're very, very selfish as a people. Doesn't mean we don't help people. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't charity out there, but then, you know, you just... anyways. Taxes are important, though. That's what makes our society work. We got to have taxes for even local taxes, you know, to pay for everything. That's how that all gets paid. So yeah, that we went off the rails a little bit. I try not to do that too often. I didn't get too in depth. Yeah, you are lucky, Mark. You're lucky. Honestly, that was the biggest scare with Michelle, with the breast cancer scare, right? So for anybody who wasn't here, Michelle had a mammogram last week, I don't remember when it was last week sometime, and they found some lumps, and the doctor was very, very concerned. So she had another appointment yesterday that was more in depth. I don't know the different tests that they did and anything, and they found that it was benign. It was cysts. It was nothing to worry about currently. So huge weight off of her, you know, both of ours, but obviously her more. But our biggest concern wasn't even her health. Our biggest concern was the fact that she's going to have to take so much time off of work to go for the, you know, the treatments. How are we going to pay for the treatments? We have insurance. Doesn't matter. You still have to pay a ton, even with insurance. It's ridiculous how much you have to pay. So our biggest concern was money and how it could conceivably make us lose our home, even though our home is paid for. You know, that should not be your biggest worry when you get sick, especially something that's beyond your control. You didn't cause it to happen. People get sick, and you shouldn't lose everything because you got sick. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's wrong. And it's just, you know, the world doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be like this. We could easily afford it. Easily. So, and that's a good place to end. Sorry. I know we don't, I try not to get into the political stuff, and I know that's not like super controversial. I think most people will agree with me on those things, that it doesn't need to be like that, that our entire healthcare system is, you know, I think anybody who looks at it's got to say that, especially when you see places like Australia, the UK, Europe. You see all these other places where they can do it. Why can't we? Yeah, they have less population. It scales. Okay. let's get out of here before I make people mad. See you guys. Mark, I hope you continue to do good. I know it's tough right now. Yeah. Yep. Gotta go. Because I'm just gonna see you guys.